The world watches with bated breath as global tensions rise, making the unthinkable suddenly feel thinkable. In today's critical discussion, we uncover a chilling reality: a handful of American cities that might as well paint bullseyes on their skylines. We're diving deep into the terrifying world of nuclear targeting, exploring why some cities are more strategically significant than others. Let's address the elephant in the room, or rather the mushroom cloud over Pennsylvania Avenue. Washington, D.C., the heart of American political power, sits at the top of any nuclear target list. It's the home of the White House, the Capitol building, the Pentagon, where all the decisions that really annoy people are made. In the twisted game of nuclear chess, capitals like D.C. are the obvious pawns. The geopolitical tensions that make D.C. a target are complex and constantly shifting. But here's the kicker. Targeting D.C. isn't just about wiping out a government, it's about sending a message. It's about crippling a nation's spirit, sowing chaos and fear. So while we all hope that cooler heads will prevail, the reality is, D.C. will always be a prime target in a world where nuclear weapons exist. Now you might be thinking, okay, D.C. makes sense, but Norfolk, Virginia? What's so special about a place famous for its naval base? Norfolk is the headquarters of the U.S. Navy's Atlantic Fleet, with aircraft carriers, submarines, and enough firepower to make a Bond villain blush. Naturally, any adversary would love to take a swipe at it. Imagine a scenario where tensions boil over and Norfolk finds itself staring down the barrel of a nuclear-tipped missile. The goal? To cripple America's ability to project power, turning those impressive warships into radioactive reefs. Norfolk's military might make it a prime candidate for a nuclear bullseye, and that's a reality its residents, and indeed all Americans, have to live with. New York City, the city that never sleeps, the Big Apple, the concrete jungle where dreams are made of, and potentially vaporized. With a population denser than a fruitcake at Christmas, New York represents a concentration of humanity that's both awe-inspiring and terrifying. One can only imagine the devastation that a nuclear detonation would unleash upon those crowded streets and iconic skyscrapers. Millions of lives lost, a city reduced to rubble, the economic and cultural heart of a nation ripped to shreds. An attack on New York wouldn't be about crippling America's defenses, it would be about breaking its spirit. It would be a blow to the very soul of a nation, a symbol of everything that America stands for. And that, my friends, is a risk that no one, least of all New Yorkers, can afford to take lightly. So while New York might not have the political clout of D.C., its cultural significance makes it a prime target. Honolulu, Hawaii, a tropical paradise, a melting pot of cultures, and home to the U.S. Pacific Fleet. The historical tensions involving Honolulu, particularly its role as a forward operating base for the U.S. military, make it a strategic chess piece in the Pacific. It's a vital link in America's ability to project power in the region, making it a very tempting target. Imagine a scenario where tensions in the Pacific boil over, and Honolulu finds itself on the receiving end of a nuclear-tipped missile. The goal? To cripple America's ability to respond, creating chaos and confusion in the region. The impact on Honolulu would be catastrophic, with immense environmental damage. So, while Honolulu might seem like a paradise far removed from the realities of nuclear war, the truth is, it's a strategic target in a very volatile part of the world. And that's a reality that its residents, and indeed all Americans, need to be aware of. San Francisco, the city by the bay, home to the Golden Gate Bridge, sourdough bread bowls, and enough tech startups to make your head spin. It's also, unfortunately, a prime target in the event of a nuclear apocalypse. San Francisco isn't just a hub for tech bros and overpriced avocado toast. It's home to Silicon Valley, the beating heart of America's technological dominance. A well-placed nuclear strike on San Francisco could cripple America's tech industry, sending shockwaves through the global economy. The economic significance of San Francisco to national security cannot be overstated. It's a linchpin in America's technological prowess, a key player on the global stage. So the next time you're strolling through Golden Gate Park or enjoying a $12 cup of coffee, take a moment to appreciate the precariousness of it all, because in the blink of an eye, it could all be gone. So there you have it, folks. 5 American cities that, for better or worse, find themselves in the crosshairs of history. The threat of nuclear war might seem like a relic of the past, but the reality is it's a clear and present danger. It's important to be aware of the risks, to have a plan, and to stay informed. Knowledge is power, as they say, and in a situation like this, it could be the difference between life and death. Stay aware and stay safe.